It's Prime Ride.
Prime Ride.
Yeah. And, I saw their digital ad,
Hmm.
and it got me thinking,
Yeah.
can a car service really be a
Mhm.
strategic business advantage?
That's a really interesting question, because
Yeah.
most people wouldn't really put transportation and
Mhm.
business strategy together in the same sentence.
Exactly. Yeah, it's not the first thing you
Right.
think about, but this ad that I saw
Okay.
really kind of leans into this idea of what they call the executive experience.
Right.
Yeah, and they use a lot of phrases like,
Yeah.
efficiency, professionalism, and maximum
Mm.
comfort. And they even say that they promise to turn every trip into a luxurious
Oh.
experience.
So they're really like emphasizing that high-end
Yeah.
clientele.
Yeah, it definitely seems like they're going after a
Uh,
very specific type of customer.
Absolutely.
I get the appeal of luxury.
Yeah.
But, if I'm a business leader,
Yeah.
wouldn't I be more concerned about cost effectiveness?
I mean, that's a fair point, but it's interesting you say that because there's
Wow.
actually been quite a bit of research on this.
I really.
Yeah, and it shows that both comfort and perceived status
Hmm.
can really have a big impact on productivity.
Oh, wow.
So you have to kind of think about it this way.
Right.
Like, if you have an executive who's stressed out,
Right?
stuck in traffic, are they going to be ready to close that deal?
Right. No, probably not.
Exactly. Versus someone who arrives relaxed and, ready to go.
Totally.
So Prime Ride is really banking on that idea. They're essentially saying,
Yeah.
we'll take care of all the logistics so that you can focus on what's important.
Yeah, on what matters.
Exactly.
So it sounds like there might be a little bit more to it than
I think so.
just, pampering these executives.
Right.
Yeah, they also mention, uncompromising service levels.
Mhm.
What does that even mean? Like in practice, what does that look like?
Well, you have to think about the pain points of business travel.
Okay.
So, delays,
Uh-huh.
complicated routes,
Yeah.
unreliable vehicles.
Yeah, all that stuff.
Exactly. Prime Ride is saying, look, we're going to get rid of all of that.
Okay.
We're going to eliminate those things through personalized service,
Oh,
premium vehicles, and nationwide availability.
wow.
So imagine you have a dedicated driver
Oh, wow.
who knows exactly what you want.
Okay.
A really comfortable and professional setting for those meetings on the go,
Yeah.
and the ability to get to any client anywhere in the country.
A dedicated driver. That's a really interesting idea.
It is, and it's
Yes.
especially important, I think, when you consider a country like Israel,
Right.
with their very unique,
Yeah.
geographic and political landscape.
Absolutely.
So nationwide availability is a really big deal.
Yeah.
And logistically, that's a huge undertaking.
Yeah.
It really speaks to a level of investment that a lot of transportation services just can't match.
Right.
They're not just driving you around.
Uh.
They're almost becoming an extension
Right.
of your business operations.
Yeah. That's a good way to put it.
Yeah.
Now, they also use this tagline, and I'm curious to get your take on this.
Sure.
They say, Prime Ride, because you deserve more. It feels almost a little
Well, I see where you're going.
manipulative,
Yeah.
like playing on this need for exclusivity.
It's definitely a very calculated marketing tactic,
Yeah.
but you see it everywhere,
Yeah, that's true.
not just in business travel.
Right.
It's all over the place. Companies really tap into our
Yeah.
aspirations, making us feel like we've earned the right
Right?
to be treated special, and it works.
Yeah.
It's very effective, especially in cultures where success is very outwardly displayed.
Yeah.
Now, of course, this approach wouldn't work everywhere.
Right.
It could even backfire in cultures that
Yeah.
value humility or see this kind of display as frivolous.
Yeah, that's a good point.
So it's not a one-size-fits-all.
It's not universal.
Exactly.
So you're arguing that Prime Ride is
Mm-hmm.
a strategic asset?
I am.
Okay. But couldn't this be seen as just frivolous spending?
Sure, I can see that.
Especially, if the economy isn't doing so well?
Absolutely. I think it really comes down to
Okay.
how you define value.
Okay.
So let's say, you have a few rides with Prime Ride, and it leads to a major deal
Okay.
because your executive team was relaxed and focused.
Right.
Wouldn't you say that it paid for itself?
Yeah, I guess so.
So it's really about changing your perspective a little bit.
Okay.
Instead of seeing transportation just as a cost, you're seeing it as an investment
Inefficiency.
in efficiency, exactly, and also in image.
Right. So
Yeah.
bringing this back to the listener,
Mm-hmm.
let's say you're a business leader.
Okay.
Would you invest in a service like Prime Ride?
That's the million-dollar question, isn't it?
It is.
And there's no easy answer, you know? You've got to weigh the costs against the potential benefits.
Yeah.
So things like increased productivity,
Mm-hmm.
enhanced image,
Yep.
smoother logistics, and of course you have
Right.
to think about the cultural context.
Yeah.
Will this resonate with your clients, with your partners?
Right.
What PrimeRide is really asking you to do
Yeah.
is to rethink the role of transportation in your overall business strategy.
Yeah. So to summarize,
Mm-hmm.
we've been exploring PrimeRide,
Right.
a service that positions itself as more than just transportation,
Yeah.
but as a tool for success
Mhm.
in this fast-paced, globalized world that we live in.
Exactly.
And the question we're leaving you with today is,
Mhm.
would you buy into it?
It's a tough one.
It is. The answer, as with most things in business, is more nuanced
Right.
than a simple yes or no.
Absolutely.
Thanks for joining us for this deep dive into PrimeRide.
My pleasure.